Hi everyone, I'm Josh Christensen, one of the board members of Use, and I'm here to show you a few cocktails you can make and bring with you to this February 10th Make Art Your Valentine Zoom Happy Hour hosted by the Underground Skills Exchange. No dates required, just a cocktail or a mocktail and a lot of fun. So, let's get started with your first cocktail. So the first cocktail we're going to make is a sangria. Who doesn't love a sangria? But we're going to do a little bit of a winter twist. So this is an apple bourbon sangria. So the first thing we're going to need is our shaker cup. You can also build this cocktail in your glass if you don't have one of these, but I like to shake things up a little bit. So first thing we're going to do is take a few apple chunks, like I've got right here, see, in my hands. You don't have to drink this one, so you don't have to have my grubby hands all over it. And I'm also going to put 1 lemon in here. Squeeze it in. Now I'm gonna grab my ice. You don't need a ton of ice because you don't want to overfill the glass, but I'm gonna pop in a few cubes, about enough to fill half the glass. Put this back over here to melt. Next thing I'm gonna add is my bourbon, my favorite part of the cocktail. And you're gonna do about 1 ounce of Maker's Mark or whatever bourbon or whiskey you have lying around. No need to buy anything fancy, it's a sangria. I mean, who's gonna spend a lot of money on a sangria anyways? So measure that out real quick. Drop that in. I'm gonna add a little more lemon juice because I don't wanna squeeze too many lemons in there, so I'm just gonna add this in there for good measure. About half an ounce. Dump that in there. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a dash of cinnamon. So you don't want to go too much because you don't want it to just taste like cinnamon, but I put a little dash in there, call it a day. Now the last thing you need to do is grab a simple syrup or another sweetener, or you can forego the sweetener if you don't like things super sugary. I'm just going to use simple syrup. You can use maple syrup as well. I've got that in the fridge, so I'll be right back. I lied, everybody. I don't have that in the fridge. I have it right here in front of me. See, things are going great. My wife's rolling on the floor laughing right now. So I'm gonna I poured in 0.75 ounces of the simple syrup. I like things a little sweeter, but that's just me. Then I'm gonna pop on the cap. Give it a quick shake. Don't wanna do too much there. And then you're just gonna pour this into your glass. I like to use a pretty large glass because you are going to fill this up with more wine. I'm using a Chardonnay. And we also have some soda water to make it a little sparkling, a little effervescent. So I'm gonna leave these over here. I'm gonna open up my Chardonnay, take a little sip for me, and fill about another third of the way. Put that down. And then I'm gonna top with soda water. Woo! Good times! I'm gonna pour that in. Shake my hands off. Give it a little stir. And finally, I'm gonna garnish it. This is optional, but I think it looks pretty, so I'm gonna drop in a cinnamon stick. And I'm also going to put a little apple wedge, as well as a little lemon wheel. And there you have your bourbon apple sangria. That's delicious.